Hello, this is Michael at my Crooked Road Homestead. Hope everyone's getting along all right today. Well, it's been raining and it's been raining. If you don't like rain, you don't want to come to Oklahoma. I'm telling you, it just rained and rained. We had a good one last night. It really poured down. So, anyway, this is going to be part two on my biogas generator or digester, whichever one you want to call it as. But what I've gotten is I've gotten my filter tube added to it. Up here, this is what this little bottle right here does. This bottle right here, that's what it does. It filters. And I'm going to sit down here so I can show you a little bit on it. But all it is it was an old peanut jar. And I took these fittings, and on this side here, I've got a male barb fitting screwed into a female barb fitting that goes inside the bottles. That's the way I did that. And then this side here, it's not producing any gas yet, and it won't probably for about 7 more days. If you look down here at my tank level in it right now is about right there where my water level is on it. And it's got plenty of poop in it. I don't know, I probably got 2/3 of that 5-gallon bucket full of rabbit poop in here. And then I filled the water line up there to that. I just want to see. And it takes it up to like the research I've done on it, it takes up to about 7 days before it starts producing any gas. But what it'll do is once it starts producing gas, it'll create bubbles in this bottle here. It'll start creating bubbles, and then the gas come out and it'll go into my inner tube, and that's how I'm going to store my gas out of it is with the inner tube. So anyway, I've got that part of it done, and I wanted to get it filled up. I don't have my drain tube in it yet. I don't have any of that yet, but if it's going to work and produce any gas, then it'll come right through this, and that's what's going to filter it. So that's what I'm waiting on. That's why I wanted to get this rabbit poop in it and get liquid in it, get this water. That's another thing good about living out here in the country and having your own well. I don't have chlorinated water. And you can't, or they recommend that you don't put, like city water that's been chlorinated water where it's been added to it and everything. This is just pure well water that I've got here. So anyway, that's the part that I'm to on this digester right now. And then up here, I'm gonna grab this and I'll bring it down here and show it to you. What I took is I took a little burner that I had in a camp stove. Excuse me. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way here where I can show this to you. I took the burner from a camp stove, and my regulator was bad in it, but the burner part was still good. And so what I did was I took these 2x and drilled them out and everything, and that's the way I connected my hose up through there. Now, when I get this, there we go. Now you can see it good. Now that's going to be my burner for it. Now what I had to do with this burner was they have a pressure valve in there. You have to take that pressure valve out of this, or whatever they call those that, they have different sizes for like LP gas and for natural gas. I don't know. I'm not sure. Excuse me. I'm not sure of the correct terminology for it. But anyway, I took that out and I sealed up the air intakes on it. I just took some electrical tape and sealed those up. So all that's going to come through this will just be this methane gas. Or that's the way I understand it anyway. I saw these on YouTube. So anyway, I built this one. Like I said, I just made this stand for it out of these 2x6s and put it all together. So that's what, if I can get this thing to produce anything, this is the way that I'm going to be able to test it before I take it in and use it on my actual camp stove, 2-burner camp stove that I have in the house, and I'll have to modify it too, you know. But that's kind of where I'm at on this little biogas digester. But at least I got it filled up, and she's uh, got the poop in it and everything. So now it's just a waiting period. And as you'll see, this runs from my tank into this, and then from out of that, it'll come out and it'll go to my tire, and I'll have a shut-off valve there. But my tire inner tube, and the inner tube is what's going to hold the gas. That's what's going to be my storage system on the gas. And you know, it's been a fun little project. It's kind of interesting, really, that I never thought about, and I should have thought about it, because years ago I worked on a project on a pig processing plant out in the western part of the state. I built a lot of ductwork for that processing plant out there, and they built a pig gas digester out there. I never got to see it, but anyway, that's how they got rid of their animal waste out there, was by building a digester, and it was much larger scale than this. But you know, just for an average person in a home, this setup right here would be ideal. This is a 15-gallon tank is what it is, or close to 15. Where you get up to this line right here, you're at 15 gallons, and it's marked on the side of this tank. Now I'm going to spray this tank. I'm going to paint this tank black. I haven't done that yet, but I don't have it out in the direct sunlight, and but I'm gonna paint this tank black, and I'm not really worried about any algae building up in it, because you know, this is poop we're working with, people. It's not like, you know, people like on my rain collection system that I've got. People was telling me, you know, you gotta paint your tank and all that because of algae buildup in it. Well, I'm not worried about algae buildup in this tank. So anyway, well, that's it on this part two. This is how far I've gotten on it. Like I said, it's just a nice gray day, and they're calling for more rain. I can't believe here we are into July, and it's raining like it's raining. We've had flash flood warnings. Where I live, I don't have to worry too much about getting flooded. I'm pretty high up here. If you'll look out here, you can look down, you can see my land. It slopes all down that away, so I'm not ever going to worry about getting flooded up here. If I do, it's going to be, the next thing's going to be is Noah's Ark, you know, coming to pick me up, because I'm awful high up here. If you look down here, you can see out here. You look down there in that pasture, look down towards that road down to the south, down there where them hay bales are, down to the south of those, and those are a lot lower than where I'm at right now. But anyway, that's kind of what I've gotten done on my my digester, and I wanted to share this. That's part two. This next part will be when I get my inner tubes and all that. Just wanted to show you the chicks. They're out this morning. And I moved Lou Ann's babies. I moved all of her babies. They're in this grow out pen up here right now. That's where I moved them to. I got them all out of where she is. In fact, I'm going to wait until probably the 5th after the holidays, and then I'm going to breed Lou Ann back. So, but her babies are all doing real good. They're just growing. They're just growing so good. Gonna look in here and see if we got any eggs yet today. Hey, golly, guys, we got 2 eggs today. I'll have to come out and get them after a while. I need to mow, but you know, with all this rain, you can't mow, and this stuff just shooting up. It's just everything is just growing. Everything's so nice and green. Need to get my weed eater with my cutter blade on. I need to cut these branches and stuff, small trees that are growing around these trailers. I need to get down here and whack them all down. All that stuff behind, I need to get it all cut. But shoot, with all this rain and everything, it's hard to get out here and do anything right now. And I moved my elderberry plants. I moved them all around here where they had shade. You know, elderberries, I don't know why, but these elderberries, they wilted up. Boy, they look pitiful. And I moved them around here with these rabbits in this alleyway to kind of give them some shade where they didn't have as much sunlight as they were getting. And these rabbits here, these are all Lou Ann's or Miss Rosie's young ones. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. And I'm going to get off of here. But as I always say, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. Share it with others. Hit the notification bell. Give me a like. Have a blessed day. And I will see you on the next one. Okay, bye.